Hey everybody, welcome back to Battle Ready Inc. So to close out this week, we're going to have our deck profile for OTK Purple. If you saw the feature matches earlier this week, you definitely saw how powerful this deck can be. It is so explosive, it can go off in literally just a couple turns and complete OTK. Very, very quick, very, very powerful, and honestly pretty consistent overall. Also, don't forget our memory marker this month is Tanamon. If you want to get one of these cute little guys here for your memory marker, for if you're playing green OTK, or you just want to collect and have something pretty unique, definitely check the link in the description below for Patreon for August. We're coming up on the end of it. This might be the last video of the month. I'm not too sure if I'll have another one out in time. We'll have to see. But make sure if you want to get one of these guys, you check the link in the description below. These are handmade out of clay, completely made by my wife. So definitely please check that out. Okay, so if you're not familiar with Purple OTK, it's all about bringing out a rookie, swinging, and using effects like the Black War Gilmon to pop it, to unsuspend, to swing again. So the idea is to continuously swing into your opponent's security to just blow them completely out. You can literally clear their opponent's whole security and swing for game with the same mega in one turn. So it is extremely powerful and extremely quick. So it's all about just building up a decent bit of inheritables and just a decent bit of just consistency, and overall the deck works phenomenal. So we'll go ahead and kick things off with our eggs here. We're just running the 4 eggs. Like I said, we want just consistency. This is not a purple grind deck. I know it's probably the first one ever that's not a grindy purple deck, but the games typically don't last beyond 3 or 4 turns. That's the ideal. Even if it could turn into some sort of grindy, this deck just cannot grind as it is. So you either win fast or you lose fast. So 4 eggs here, and it's just your turn once per turn. When one of your other Digimon is deleted, this Digimon gets plus 2,000 DP for the turn. This is so big. This is so important. Like, you don't even understand until you've actually kind of seen it in action. This is very, very important, actually, for particularly the Metal Garurumon. It's super clutch for Metal Garurumon. So this is great. Like I said, it's all about using effects like Black War Gilmon to pop essentially your rookies on field to allow yourself to unsuspend. And so as soon as that happens, your Digimon becomes live. So very, very easy to trigger this. Very consistent. Gilmon, of course, is probably our go-to target for deleting. On deletion, if this card was deleted by an effect, gain 1 memory. So every time you pop Gilmon with these effects, you just gain 1 memory. And in gaining 1 memory is also incredibly important. One of our option cards is a 1-cost option, so it's very important to at least pop Gilmon 1 time, at least once, to get that 1 memory back. So Gilmon, very, very important for the deck. So we want to maximize out on him for sure. Next, I got Tapirman. You know, honestly, he's kind of similar to Gilmon. If you can't get Gilmon out because he's a 4 of, sometimes you're not going to draw into him every game. So having a backup plan of a nice deletion effect, Tapirman serves as a great purpose for that. If you're using stuff like Metal Garurumon, your on-play effects don't work. So if you try to bring him back from trash, you won't get his on-play effect. But when you pop him, you'll still get the deletion effect. So that I like Tapirman a little bit more than Labramon, just for that reason. So, and again, the draw is just to help get us into our consistency combo pieces. Drachmon here. Okay, this is very, very important. At first, I kind of just glossed over it the first time around when I was looking at this deck, but honestly, I mean, absolutely insane. So on play, you may return 1 purple option card with a memory cost of 1 or 7 from your trash to your hand. It's all about that 1, okay? The 1 cost option is so important for this. Just being able to grab back your demonic disaster so you can use it again to swing for game is insanely good. Insanely good. Drachmon is so important. And then just kind of closing it out with Gazimon. If you need a stall for whatever reason, you know, depending on the deck, the matchup that you're going against, Gazimon could be relevant there. But you could also very easily drop Gazimon just for like a vanilla. Originally, I had the Drakmon down to 3, and then this was up to 3, but this could easily be a vanilla 3. The Drakmon just became so much more important as I like saw how like the deck was played, and just Drakmon just. You need to be able to draw into a Drakmon, really, like, completely. But yeah, Gazimon could also just be a vanilla, just because you can hard play that for 2, and then pop it with these other cards, you know, depending on if you're at 3 memory or whatever. But if you hard play a 3 cost, and then you use that 1 cost option, it's going to pass your turn. So a 2 cost vanilla here is still very, very effective. Next up is our level 4s. We're completely maxing out on these guys. We're at a full 12, not the 11 that most people have gone down to for a lot of level 4s. Just for consistency, honestly, this deck at the end of it doesn't really need a whole lot of wiggle room for like weird little tech options or anything like that, or like a whole bunch of abundance of tamers or weird options. I mean, we're not even playing any level 7s in this, believe it or not. So we can just go max out on consistency. So we got Garurumon here, which is probably our second most ideal level 4 target. Just the inheritable here is still pretty solid. Once per turn, on your turn, when one of your other Digimon is deleted, gain 1 memory. So say you pop a Gilmon with whichever effect, you know, you're going to gain 2 memory back, because you're going to get the Gilmon memory and the Garurumon memory. So that can be important if you're looking for multiple swings, and you've got, you know, plays like Drakmon and things like that that are going to get you back the demonic disaster. Having, you know, all this extra memory because of these effects to continuously play multiple copies of demonic disaster is really good. So I like Garurumon just because of all the demonic disasters that we're playing, that we just kind of need, you know, just a little bit of extra memory. Even if we're not, if we don't have the Gilmon, if we have to pop one of these other guys, if we still have the Garurumon inheritable, it's kind of like a pseudo Gilmon. Any of our rookies can basically become Gilmon because of the Garurumon here. Next up, we got Black Growlmon, though. This is our ideal level 4 that we want as an inheritable. Once per turn, when one of your other Digimon is deleted, this Digimon gains security attack +1. So we'll get into like the full combo step of it, but basically you need this and your other swings, and that's going to net you, because you can only get about 3 to 4 swings in, depending on, you know, the cards in hand. Typically 3 swings, sometimes 4, but Black Growlmon is basically how you're going to facilitate only needing 3. And then we got our Devimon blocker here, 1 cost Evo. Mainly, this is just a 1 cost Evo target. It's nice to just, you know, if you bring out a rookie for whatever for any of your revive effects, you know, if you need a little extra bit of a draw, you can throw one of these guys down here. Also, if you're going against other very, very fast decks and you need just like 1 more turn, you know, a 1 cost Evo blocker is a good thing to just kind of throw out there and get in your opponent's way. If you saw the match, you definitely saw where a 1 cost Devimon like literally could have saved purple, and if they had the blocker instead, they would have won their game. So very, very important here. It's just, instead of having like a Marimon, this is basically the same thing as a Marimon completely, except for it has blocker, so we're good to go. All right, next now we're really getting to the thick of things here. Both of these guys are essentially here for the same exact purpose. They're 3 cost Evo level 5s with this inheritable of, when attacking once per turn, you may delete one of your other Digimon to unsuspend this Digimon. That's why we're playing these guys. That's it. We're not using the Digiburst 3 here. Like 9 times out of 10, you'll never use this. Crazy enough, you'll never even use this. You're just here for these inheritables. Just swing, pop a rookie, unsuspend, swing, pop a rookie again with a demonic disaster, swing again, and that's how we're gonna do it. So this is what really makes this deck possible right here, is these inheritables, and the fact that we have 2 sources with the identical inheritables is so unheard of in this game. So very, very nice to have like crazy consistency like this. It's just so rare that we get a moment like this. Blue has Balukmon and Gomamon, the 0.0 Gomamon. You know, they have the same inheritable, but I mean, stuff like that is just so uncommon in this game. Next, this is our enablers here. This is what closes it out and what finishes it off our combos here. So, Garurumon, security attack +1 built in. That's what makes this one a really good ideal target. Unfortunately, he is a 4-cost Evo, so most often you're going to pass turn. So he requires like 1 extra turn of setup over the Metal Garurumon. Metal Garurumon with a Memory Fixer is immediate combo, let's go, you're off to the races. Now, the effects are, you know, kind of holding it back a little bit. Metal Garurumon usually takes a few more swings, whereas Garurumon with the security attack +1 built in often takes less swings to get the job done. So what makes this whole thing work is the fact that both of these guys bring back rookies. Garurumon Digiburst 2, and this is unlimited here. Well, essentially you're going to get 2 uses out of this per game or per turn. Play 1 purple level 3 Digimon from your trash without paying its memory cost. The Metal Garurumon over here, when attacking, you may play 1 purple level 3 Digimon from your trash without paying its memory cost. Metal Garurumon, though, on play effects, on Digimon played with this effect, don't activate. The only time that actually matters is just on the Drachmon. It doesn't affect anything else because these other 2 are on deletion. So it's only going to affect the Drachmon there. And so those are going to be our main focuses. And then I'm going to go over the full combo once we're done with the deck profile here. Next, we got the 4 Demonic Disaster. Yes, 4. It's so crucial. It is so crucial. If you want to win on turn 3, you have to draw into at least 1 copy of Demonic Disaster by then. So that's why we're maxing out on this. Absolutely. 4 of. If you get more copies, awesome. Even better. Doesn't hurt. It just makes it even easier. If you get multiple copies of Demonic Disaster, that's just less steps you got to worry about. So drawing into multiples, still super good. Also, the security effect here, you may play 1 level 3 Digimon from your trash without paying its memory cost. That's just wild. It's just like what we're already doing here with our megas. He just does it as a security effect, which is pretty crazy. But mainly, it's just the main effect here is you may delete 1 of your Digimon to unsuspend 1 of your purple Digimon. It's basically just these inheritables as a 1-cost option. And as a 1-cost option, that makes bringing it back with Drachmon, you know, completely live. Also, if you play it and delete a Gilmon, boom, you get the 1 memory back. So this basically becomes a 0-cost option when combined with that. Also a 0-cost option when you combine it with the Garurumon here. So multiple ways to make this completely free to keep getting tons of swings. Next, we got the 3 mats. Memory fixers are pretty important in this deck. We really want to be at 3 memory to be able to just pop off with the Metal Garurumon here. Just memory fixers is so important, as well as stuff like you know, our Black Growlmon and Garurumon. These are 3-cost Evos. Going into these in raising area and then going into something else after that, like hard playing a rookie or something like that, to pass your turn to just set up, very important to get multiple plays out, and being at 3 memory is basically how you're going to get there. Next, we got Deathclaw. This is like the only wiggle room in the deck is right here on these 2 cards. But I don't think you should deviate away from this. Again, 1-cost option, so it combos great with everything I talked about with Demonic Disaster, the Drachmons, the Gilmon, and the Garurumon. He goes great with. You may delete 1 of your Digimon to delete one of your opponent's level 4 or lower Digimon. That's your blockers. This is popping to get rid of blockers out of your way. It's hard to OTK in a deck. If you ever played an OTK deck, if your opponent has 1 blocker, it makes the whole thing way more challenging. So Deathclaw completely gets around that, works out great. So let's get into the combo. How are we wanting to do this? So you have you've got your stacks here, right? You've got your Digimon, one of your rookies here. preferably Black Gilmon, so we can get that security attack +1, and then either of these guys, okay? If your opponent passes back to you and you're sitting on one of these guys in Raising, and you've got a Memory Fixer, so you're sitting at 3, you're going to promote these guys and go into a Metal Garurumon, all right? This is going to be the Metal Garurumon play here. Is this ideal? To do this, though, you either, 1, need a rookie on field, or 2, have a rookie in trash. Either one, and you're off to the races. So whichever one comes first, and whichever one's easier. So you're going to swing, attack with the Metal Garurumon. First thing, you're going to use Metal Garurumon's effect to bring back one of those rookies. Ideally, more often than not, you're going to want the Gilmon, just because you're going to get that extra memory. So you Digivolve into the Metal Garurumon, you're at 0 memory. You pop it with one of these guys inheritable, okay? You're going to gain the 1 memory. So now you're at 1 memory, you're unsuspended, your Black Gilmon now gives you security attack +1. So Metal Garurumon swings in, checks 2 security. Okay, you've popped the Gilmon, so the Gilmon's back in trash, but your Metal Garurumon is unsuspended. So now you're going to swing with the Metal Garurumon again, checking, again, 2 more security, bring back the Gilmon with the Metal Garurumon effect, because he swung again. This isn't once per turn. Yeah, you see how crazy that is? So now you're sitting with a Gilmon again. You've checked 4 security. You'll next play Demonic Disaster, because you've got that 1 extra memory from that pop, from popping the Gilmon already. You'll play the Demonic Disaster, popping the Gilmon, which essentially makes the Demonic Disaster free, so you're still sitting at 1. And then you're going to swing with the Metal Garurumon again. Now, if you've already checked 1 security, you can swing for game here. What I like to do, one of my favorite combos is, like I said earlier, if you have the Black War Gilmon and then you hard play a rookie to pass turn, right before you start this whole combo, swing with that rookie. Just swing with that rookie, crash in, clear 1 security, and then do this combo, clear the 4, all right, and then you can swing for game with the Metal Garurumon. That gets around the whole not having enough security attack. Also, if you can use the Crest Garurumon, this one's a little bit different. So typically you'll go into this to pass turn. It's going to come back to you. You're going to promote the Crest Garurumon. You're doing the same plays here, but this time you have to Digiburst. So you got to be a little bit more mindful. The Digimon bumping this 11k up to 13 is so crucial. That's what makes the fact that Metal Garurumon doesn't get rid of its Digivolution sources. It'll stay at 13k. Staying at 13k is so important. You're swinging over stuff like Mastamon, which is huge. You're swinging over all those like abundance amount of 11,000 DP megas. I mean, the meta's just filled with 11,000 DP megas, just absolutely filled. So being at 13 allows you to swing over all of them. So keeping your inheritables on Metal Garurumon, super important. Crest Garurumon, a little less so, because he's at 12k already, so we're swinging over all the 11s, so we're pretty much good to go. But you'll swing with you'll Digiburst to make sure you have a rookie on field. Get rid of your egg, of course, and ideally you want to get rid of your Gilmon or a Drachmon at this point, and so that way you Digiburst that away and then bring those right back. So even if you have nothing in trash, you can Digiburst those away, and now you have a rookie, and you can bring back literally that rookie that you sent. So now you've got the rookie on field. So swing for security, use one of your inheritables to pop that rookie you just brought back to unsuspend this guy. He'll have security attack +1 built in, as well as the Black Gilmon built in. So now he's checking 3 security, okay? And you just keep going from there. Again, you're going to Digiburst the other 2. So your level 5s here, you'll Digiburst that, as well as your level 4 here. Now, you get this for the rest of the turn, okay? It says in the effect, you get it for the turn, not while this is here, so you can Digiburst this away and keep the security attack +1. Okay, so Digiburst your 4 and your 5, bring back that Gilmon again. Now you're going to play Demonic Disaster. If you've already used that for whatever reason, instead of bringing back Gilmon, you can use Crest Garurumon to bring back a Drachmon. Hard play the Drachmon, grab back the Demonic Disaster. Sorry. Hopefully this isn't too confusing. And then you play that again to pop, and now you're swinging a 3rd time. The 3rd time you swing, because the first check was for 3 security, the second swing was for 3 security, and now you're swinging for the third time for game. So 1 regular swing, you're going to pop with Black or Groundmon to unsuspend, swing again, okay, that's your second swing, and then you're going to play Demonic Disaster to unsuspend a second time, and then swing for a third time. So Kreskarumon can do it with less effort. It's just that 4-cost Evo is what's holding him back. You have to Digivolve into him and then pass turn. It allows your opponent a turn or some setup to go into like a blocker or something like that, which is when cards like Deathclaw come in handy, just to be able to get around things like that. Metal Garurumon, you can just start swinging immediately. Now, it takes a little bit more materials, a little bit more cards to get this off, because you can swing, pop with Black Growlmon, swing, pop with Demonic Disaster, swing. That's 3 swings in so far. If you didn't start the turn with a rookie on field, now you've cleared the opponent's security. You'll be at like 1 to 2 memory, depending. So even a Drachmon's not going to get you there. If you've drawn into a second Demonic Disaster, you're good. You're golden. Just use, again, Demonic Disaster, because as long as this effect isn't once per turn, you can just keep swinging. Keep swinging. Keep swinging. As long as you got the Demonic Disasters, Metal Garurumon never stops. And as long as you got the memory to do it. So both can just do the same thing. They just do it slightly different, but they're still so similar that we can just play all the same cards and just run with these guys. You're not trying to do anything else in this deck. You're not trying to Zwart afterwards. You're literally trying to just clear everything. It's cool. It's neat. It can steal some games, but it's not going to compete with a lot of other decks. Literally, it takes 1 slip up, 1 bad hit in security to just clear your whole field, and then you're just sitting there with your opponent about to do whatever it is that they were already about to do. And then here it is, zoomed out snapshot if you want to look at it, or for later, save it for later. If anything needs explaining, go back and watch the video. I mean, ultimately, I think it's pretty straightforward, though, what you're trying to do here. If you're watching Purple OTK videos, you probably already kind of know what the deck is supposed to do. So, just my take on it here. I'm very, very headstrong about 4 Demonic Disasters, though. I think that's super good. Absolutely. As well as Kreskarumon bringing back Drachmon to just continuously loop Demonic Disaster. If your opponent puts you at enough memory that you can get away with not bringing back Gilmon for the bonus memory, then yeah, Demonic Disaster is definitely the way to go. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you would, please like the video and subscribe. Just a little bit of help goes a super long ways. It helps the channel out tremendously, gets my videos out there, gets them seen. And if you really, really want to support the channel, check out the links in the description below. I'll have a link for my Patreon, which is displayed right here. You can get access to my Discord server that I have, as well as you can get the memory markers that we've had. These are just a few of my favorites from the past that we've had. The current one, Impmon's baby, as well as Gabumon's baby as well, Sunomon and Yamon. These guys are super adorable. I definitely love them so much. And every month a new one changes out, so make sure you check that out. As well as we have our new playmats. This is why I recreated this video. It's because our playmats are here finally, and they are super cool. I alternate between the black and white every single month for whoever wants to support this tier, as well as I have a tier just higher than that, so that way you don't also have to lose out on a memory marker. You can get both the memory marker and the playmat just in case you want both. Super awesome support from everyone that has supported in the past and who will support in the future. You guys are awesome. Also, if you want to check out my merch, my Teespring link is in the description below for that. We've got, the shirts that I wear on the channel that has the logo across. I love when I see people representing my merch in public. It is like one of the coolest feelings I've ever had in my entire life. Very, very awesome. As well as phone cases for you people that love Digimon so much like I do. A friend of mine custom made all these to fit these specific phone cases themselves. So the prices are a little bit higher just because I have to pay her back, as well as make a little tiny bit of profit because of how much, unfortunately, they take for their cut for Teespring. But like I said, if you can't do any of that, please just like the video and subscribe to the channel. Every time we hit a new mile marker for subscriptions, I give out free merch of all different types. 2000K, I think we're doing one of the Playmat giveaways. So definitely be subscribed and ready for when that comes.